Hey guys, it's Jennifer and I have an exciting video for you guys today. I recently received my Terra Moons Cosmic Wonder and I would love to share some thoughts with you guys about this. So let's jump right in. Alright, so I have a nice tea here. It's like cinnamon and licorice, and it is it's so seasonally fun. All right, so I had been dying to try Terra Moon's formula. I actually have a video coming out towards the end of the year talking about the formulas that I really want to test in the next year. So I am going to spoiler alert here that one a bit, but one of those brands is Terra Moon. As of filming this, I haven't tested the formula yet. I just got this in the mail today, but I just wanted to talk with you guys about my thoughts about it because I'm probably going to depot this. So I wanted to also kind of, for posterity, film the palette as it is. So this is what the packaging looks like. Now I will say, I know Terra Moons is known for their special shades and their multi-chromes, and I really wanted to try one of those, but they come out with a palette so infrequently that I felt like this is a great opportunity to try some duochromes, try some mattes. I know it's not the special things, but it still gives me a little taste of what Terra Moons has in store. So I still feel like in the next year I would like to also try one of their special formulas. But for now, I wanted to share you guys this palette. So this was $52, I believe. I'll correct that if that's wrong. And you get 12 shadows, and it's this really cool color story, but it says, "Wander into the beauty of the cosmos. There is no mirror," which I'm personally okay with. I don't ever use the mirror in the palette. Here's what our color story looks like. So when I first saw this, I thought it reminded me a lot of the Sydney Grace Temptalia collections, and I really didn't have an interest. I didn't get any of those either. Just because, you know, I thought all the colors were really pretty, but there wasn't anything, like I didn't feel like this was something that I had to have. And then I saw the Glamlight Scooby-Doo collection come out, and the Scooby-Doo collection reminded me so much of this that I thought, you know, I do like that color story. Basically, the reason why I purchased this, let me just break this down quickly. So I saw the Scooby-Doo, and I was like, I like this one better than that one. And also, I really like this palette. So I'm going to be depotting this palette. This is going to be my travel shimmer palette. So I'll be putting my shimmer singles in here that I want to travel with. But I also get to try the Terra Moons formula, like I said, and give these a whirl. So I'm going to be depotting these and putting these in my singles collection. And then using this palette for travel. So that's the reason that I purchased. I was looking at a palette exactly this size. It was like $15. So if you take $15 off that, it's already come down less. And I was like, I really do like the color story. I didn't get the Sydney Grace. I'm not going to get the Glamlight. So I would like to try this. So let me talk to you about some of these colors, because I have dipped my finger in these already and done some swatching. And I do have some thoughts, but I thought I would also share the swatches with you guys. And like I said, kind of, you know, for posterity's sake, I can go back and revisit this video and see kind of what I thought of the color story if I want to put it back in. So I'm actually going to, instead of swatching in order like I would normally do, I'm going to look at the mattes first and then the shimmer so we can kind of talk about this. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of these mattes. Okay, I want you to see, like I just dipped into that pink. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. No, probably not. But these are very, very, very soft. Like the mattes, can you see how that green just kicked up? They're soft like ABH is soft. So, oh, you should be able to see in that blue. You can see where my finger's gone in, like, hopefully you can see that. But they are very soft to the point where they go a little bit everywhere. So you have to be very mindful and very careful of that. Because these are very soft shadows. They really, really are. Which also means you're going to have a lot of fallout. So I would recommend doing eyes first when playing with these. I certainly will. And also, these are very pigmented. I can just tell these are very pigmented. So you're going to want to also, you know, not go too crazy hard. Alright, so I'm going to swatch these out here. See what I mean? Like, for a matte, my gosh, that is pigmented. That is really, really pigmented. Alright. Again, very pigmented. I know I keep saying that, but like when I swatched these earlier, these mattes, I was like, wow, that's crazy. This is like my favorite eyeshadow color, by the way. It's like my perfect cyan. When I did my City Grace palette, that was the color that I just could not find from them that I wanted so badly. Because there's something about it that reminds me so much of the early 2000s. And I just love that. So that green is very pretty. These are a little bit everywhere. So here's our navy, which is also very pigmented. I know that navy looks just a little bit patchy. And I think that's just navy, you know, like it's a color you kind of need to build up. Often when I swatch navies, I often think they're the most patchiest of all the mattes. So let me real quickly clean a finger and then we can go back in with this other matte. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 mattes in this palette, which is a good amount of mattes. And that's the other thing that like my singles collection is really missing, are a lot of mattes. So, because I mean, you know, when you're buying singles and things, you just tend to snatch up the shimmers. I get it, but I do want some mattes in my collection. So I was also excited to have these. So there is the purple. I'm going to go back over that one. Purple. All right, now there's one more matte that I want to swatch for you guys. It's not really a matte. I know these are getting at an angle. They always are. But this one is called Gravity, and it is a matte with sparkles. Now, I will say I'm typically not a fan of that, but I also noticed that this tended to keep its sparkles when I swatched it. So I was actually quite impressed with that. So it's kind of like a navy base, and it's like a deep navy with like some silver glitter in there. Let me just swatch that again for you guys down here. It's the angle that's getting me. All right, so there we go. So hopefully you'll be able to see the sparkles in that. Like, I definitely can tell that that's a matte that has kept its sparkle. You can also see next to the navy that this one is quite a bit deeper. So that was something that I noticed right off the gate. So again, these mattes are soft. They're very pigmented. I would imagine that they're easy to go overboard. So that is something that as I'm playing with them, I'm going to have to be real careful. Because I tend to go a little ham on my matte sometimes. So that's something to keep in mind. But here are the, once again, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 6 mattes, and then this cool matte with a glitter shimmer. So there they are. And you can see, like, this is color. This is not a neutral palette. This is definitely color. So I am excited about that. All right, so let's talk about the shimmers. I'm going to do these on the other side. Sorry about this right here. My kitty is currently very sick, and he's on antibiotics. And if you've ever tried to give cats antibiotics with a dropper, it's a hazardous task. So yeah, so just ignore that. All right, so let me grab some of these shimmers. Grab amber. Now the shimmers are a lot drier than I would have expected for Terra Moons, but they are, I mean, they're punchy. So they're dry, but they are punchy. And when I say dry, like they're not like a cream formula, or they don't feel like a cream. And there are 5 of these, and they're also very soft. And you know, they kick up in the pan quite a bit for shimmers, again, which is interesting. So I'm kind of like, once I do the swatch, like this first light, once I do the swatch, I'm going back and kind of pressing it, just because it is a bit flaky, as you can see. All right, so let's go ahead and swatch these. So that's beautiful. This is like a pink base, like a fuchsia base. And I think there's like, it's so hard to tell, but I think there are blue and pink glitters in there. But you can kind of see the blue there on the tail end. All right, and then this one, that's called Amber. This one is called Planet X. And this one is like a more cool toned purple with pink and blue glitter. So, ooh, look at that. You can really see the blue on the tail end of that. That's very pretty. All right, then we have Pleiades, which is an even more cool toned purple. I didn't even notice like how much more purpley this is getting. And this has pink and it looks like maybe blue and green glitters. Ooh, goodness. Okay, so in real life, that looks purple with green glitter to me. In camera, this looks downright green. Look at that. It looks purple with green to me. So that just goes to show how much those glitters are picking up in my ring light. All right, the next one is Aurora. This one is a green. Looks like a green. It's got like an emerald green base with like blue glitters. It's very pretty. And then we have this first light shade, which I don't know what color it is. It's like white with blue, green, pink, red. Like there's so many shifty things in here. So it's definitely translucent. So it's a topper shade. In the camera, it's looking very green right there. In real life, from this angle, I see purple. You guys see green. So it is very, very, very shifty. I'm gonna do those once more on my hand, just so we can really try to see these shifts. Let me go back in with another dip in these. They look like, I mean, electric. That looks literally electric. Look at that. Sometimes that I see my shifts best when I'm able to really give a full spin. So let me I'm just gonna prop these on here. It's really weird because I can see different colors popping out in every lighting that I place these in. So yeah, so there you go. These are very, very interesting. I don't know that that's necessarily better than that. I mean, I do feel like we can see a bit more of these shifts. All right, so there you go. So that is the palette. I think the shifty shades they're called duochromes by Terra Moon. I've seen other influencers calling them duochromes. I would agree with that, but they are really pretty and intense. They're not a multi-chrome, you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get shifts like that, but I can definitely see the shifts happening, which is exciting. It's an interesting formula, honestly. Like I'm really excited. Again, I haven't put it on my eyes yet, so that's gonna be the test of time, really. But I also wanted to point out, because I noticed this earlier, glitter is one with this palette. So I've just wiped that. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like I've been to like a New Year's party or something, which is okay because my favorite color is glitter. But anyway, that's the Cosmic Wonder. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, give my initial thoughts. Again, I haven't played with it yet. I haven't used it yet. I'm hopefully going to do that in the next week or so. I am enjoying these colors. And another thing that I wanted to do before I left you guys is I wanted to just quickly quad these, because I feel like sometimes that really helps me see where I'm going with colors. So let me do that very quickly. So I did put these in quads, so I've already sort of done some rearranging, so I thought I would share that with you guys. So over here we have a pink and purple quad. Now I'm going to tell you this, I'm looking in camera and that looks so blue. That is so purple to me. Like I really have to struggle to see the blue. So it's interesting that that's showing up so blue on camera. To me, that is completely purple. And then I have this sort of cyan, navy, and blue quad. Again, this one is looking quite blue on camera. That is so purple to me. That is funny. And then I have this emerald green quad over here, which I think is really pretty. I wonder if I just turn my lights off, if you are still going to be able, so you can see now that that looks purple. And yeah, so you can see now that this looks blue. That's so wild. And that is the thing about these shades. So that one is staying blue. That one has gone back to blue. Let's just do that one more time. So now it's purple. Now it's back to blue. So you can see what I mean. But I think this is a fun, this is a fun quad. Again, bearing in mind that this is purple. This is a beautiful blue quad, which I love. I love the blue with these shifty shades. And I think this would be an absolute stunning emerald quad, which would be beautiful for Christmas or the holidays. So yeah, so that's just what I'm thinking right now. But again, I'm probably going to depot those eventually and really sort of mix them in with my singles and build a nice little shimmer palette out of it. But either way, I'm really excited to try the Terra Moons formula. All right, let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried their mattes or their non-special shades and what you think and how that sort of is representative of their overall line, because I would really love to know that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!